Inshallah and Ashe, as always, divine will's blessings to you and for you. We're entering into a more nurturing response, which takes precedence. Not president, but precedence. So welcome to this week's Mystic Messages on this Mystic Magical Monday. Once again, I am your host, the Tanya D. And if you are new to my show, my channel, as always, I am a practicing holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, playing in the subtle energetic fields, a reflector by human design. As I follow the lunar energies, the moon, the goddess of the night, through the seasons and the elementals, I've actually coined myself a holistic Sha medium, which is just a subtle choreography of my own unique personal design, mapping out the energetic pathways to truly activate your own personal, unique, divine, ordained, energetic algorithm. Each week, I do cover the moon's stages and phases through each season, the elementals, doing a daily divination, along with an affirmation for the week to get you on your magical way. And if you are new to my show, my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to alert other lunar beings that truly resonate with my frequency, my vibration, bringing them into my show, raising the energetic algorithm. And we have entered 2025. We're on the tides, the cusp of the Chinese New Year. And if you don't know, my little guy Tiger here has always joined the show, so he'll probably be navigating the field. But either way, the Chinese New Year is on the scene for the season. It's going to be the Yin Wood Snake of a Year. So this is innovative transformations. It truly is aligned with period 9, a 20-year cycle in Chinese astrology. The birthing of something not of this world, a future landscape. So be sure to sign up for the Yin Wood Snake webinar for this month's Spill the Tea. And if you don't know, Spill the Tea is a monthly webinar, always on the third Friday of each and every month, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And all the replays are housed in the Shamanic Healing Academy. And if you don't know, it's going through a remodel, the Shamanic Healing Academy. It's started already. And this opportunity is a once-in-a-timeline offer. It's open for $3.99 per month while we restructure the membership. So what's in this online academy? It houses all of my online intuitive offers. There's a library of meditations, coven calls, rituals, and a lot more. It is open for only $3.99 for at least the first quarter of 2025, and then the price will return to $19.99. And if you have yet to be a part of this membership, this truly is your opportunity to establish residence in a community for as little as $3.99 a month, while I do some overseering, some nipping, and some tucking. And Reflector's guidance this week, because that's truly why you're here for the show. We kick off this week with the moon in Aries. We're diving deep into this fascinating energy of Capricorn sun with an Aries moon. So this is a very powerful combination. It creates a very unique blend of ambition, passion, and discipline. I'll say it's fiery. And Capricorn, being this ambitious mountain goat, it really represents structure, discipline, those long-term goals, getting to the top and the peak of the mountain. And these individuals are known energetically for their perseverance, patience, their ability, I almost said adaptability, to climb that ladder of success. They're often seen as serious, responsible, always striving for mastery and even achievement, the end goal. Now we're entering this fiery energy of the Aries moon. It's actually creating a square. So this brings a burst of impulsive energies. It's a desire for immediate action. It's a strong need for independence. It's even the energy of the moon to really birthing in your intentions, especially this time of year. And knowing the Aries moons are passionate, they're assertive, they're fiercely independent. Here's Tiger. Say hi, buddy. They do crave excitement. They're not afraid of taking a risk. So how do these two powerful energies interact? Well, imagine a Capricorn sun providing the steady foundation, the careful laid out plan, very instinctive, I want to say. While the Aries moon energetically fuels the fire of that plan with explosive energy. It's that go-getter attitude. So this combination can create incredibly driven, successful individuals. However, there's always a flip side, right? So this dynamic can also present some interesting challenges. So the Capricorn sun might crave the stability and that long-term planning, but the Aries moon really yearns for that immediate gratification, that spontaneous action. So this can lead to this internal conflict, like a struggle between the need for control and the desire for freedom as well. So the key for this combination lies in finding a balance and really harnessing the ambitious energy of the Capricorn sun while channeling the fiery drive of the Aries moon. That can truly lead to incredible achievement. It's like the passion and the fuel is lit. So learning to channel this Aries energy into the focused action aligned with our long-term goals it's crucial, energetically even, is what I want to say. And just remember, self-awareness is key, acknowledging both the strengths and the challenges of this unique combination. It's essential for our own personal growth. So don't suppress those inner fires, but really learn to harness it and be more effective. And don't forget to also celebrate our victories, patting ourselves on the back along the way. And then, of course, the moon moves into Taurus. And Taurus energy, right? Just exploring this energy during Capricorn season in the moon in Taurus. So energetically, this is a time of grounding, stability, a deep appreciation for the finer things in life. So really visualizing like a lush green field, a garden, a cozy warm fireplace, or even a delicious, luxurious meal, a satiating meal. So Taurus, connected to the Earth star, is all about pleasure, comfort, the pleasure ladder, the senses. And when the moon transits through Taurus, we do feel more grounded. We feel more sensual touch. We're connected to the Earth herself. And we do crave comfort, creature comforts, beauty, stability, touch, basically. And Capricorn season, ruled by the ambitious energies of Saturn, brings this focus on discipline, responsibility, really long-term goals. So it's a building block for a stronger foundation, but also setting realistic goals and working diligently towards our aspirations and our inspirations. So with the moon in Taurus during the season of Capricorn, these energies beautifully intertwine. It's almost like a magnetic intertwining of the material versus the desire and getting to the top of that mountain. It reminds me of the genies, if you've ever actually had a ritual, a divination through me. So we do find ourselves drawn to like really creating a comfortable, luxurious environment. And we may even crave those delicious foods, soothing music, a cozy atmosphere. I'm just thinking of something indulgent in the luxuries of the fine material things in life. So this is a time to really indulge in those finer things, is what I'm sensing. But with a touch of Capricorn's practicality and really enjoying, maybe you go outside for a leisurely walk in nature. In my case, enjoying the snow. Maybe we start to plant the seeds for the garden in the spring, or we spend some time with those that we love and we cherish. So it's also a time to authentically connect with our own senses. So we may even find ourselves appreciating the beauty of nature, enjoying the taste of well-crafted meals, or putting even one together. Maybe we're just simply savoring the feeling of true relaxation. So it really is a time to slow down, appreciate the now, the present moment, and really cultivate a sense of peace and contentment, inner contemplation, meditating, journaling, engaging in a creative activity. However, This combination can also bring a touch of overly indulgence. Taurus can sometimes lean towards doing just that, overindulging. And Capricorn can be overly serious. So just finding a balance between pleasure and responsibility is literally the key. But enjoying the comforts of our lives and don't lose sight of our long-term goals simultaneously. And then we have the energy of the moon moving into Gemini. Gemini moon during Capricorn season. So this is a time of mental agility, communication, playful curiosity. Just visualize a bustling, busy city, a lively conversation, or somebody just simply reading a book. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so this is all about communication, intellectual stability, I want to say the intellect, but also adaptability. So when the moon is transiting through Gemini, our minds become more active, alert. I even want to say kind of affluent, more kind of a genius aspect, different than Aquarius, I'll say. But we do feel a strong desire to connect with others, share ideas, engage in those stimulating conversations. I always like to stay curious and question everything. But just imagine in your mind's eye a mountain climber scaling a challenging peak, a well-structured schedule, or maybe those long-term project plans. So with the sun in Capricorn ruled by Saturn, it's this engagement in lively debates, writing in your journal, or even attending some kind of a lecture. And with the moon in Gemini during Capricorn, these energies create this very interesting dynamic. The Gemini moon encourages us to explore new ideas. It's almost like we're percolating on the inside and engaging in intellectual pursuits and conversations. And Capricorn is literally providing us the structure, the discipline to focus on our efforts. So this could truly be a very powerful time for learning, researching, creative expression, writing a to-do list, planning a trip, maybe organizing our workspace or place. So this combination can also bring a touch of mental restlessness. I do know some Gemini moons myself. So the Gemini moon can really feel scattered, indecisive, and Capricorn can sometimes be overly serious and rigid. So it really is about finding a balance between this mental agility and focused action. That's the key. So really enjoying possibly a relaxing bath, spending time with those you cherish and you love, and engaging in something that's more of a creative activity, playing a game. So to really harness this energy, try to channel that mental agility, very mutable energies into those producing or productive pursuits. Engaging in those stimulating conversations, read a good book, pursue a new hobby, do something different. Just remember to also take time for that introspective, quiet reflection. The mind is a very engaging tool. Sometimes I call it the itty bitty shitty committee, but we want to flick that shift out of the way. And Capricorn season is encouraging us to literally grounding ourselves, connecting with our inner unique wisdom. And as we prepare for this upcoming Cancer full moon, I want to give you a simple ritual to really harness the energies of this powerful lunar event, because the moon is ruled by Cancer. Ultimately, we always want to create sacred space. I like to stay in sacred space, probably more than the average Joe, but really finding a quiet space in our home and creating a sacred atmosphere. I like to keep candles lit myself, or herbs, incense. You can use candles, whatever you do, crystals, anything that really helps you feel grounded and centered, but also protected in all three. And connecting, as always, with our intuition. And if you're not sure what your intuitive gift is, change your stars. I have a quiz on my website. Goes over all 12 intuitive gifts. Some of them are wizard together is what I want to say. But spending some time in quiet reflection and really journaling about your feelings and your dreams and your aspirations, great ways. But we also want to visualize our intentions, visualizing your deepest desires, your heart desires, your intentions for this upcoming lunar cycle. and really setting a clear intention, writing down those intentions for your Cancer full moon. I would be doing this actually starting now, to be honest, with the moon in Aries. It's creating, it's rising, right? So this could be anything from releasing emotional baggage to nurturing our inner child, and even charging our waters. I give a lot of rituals that have to do with water, especially if you're part of the water clan. But ultimately, place a glass of water in the moonlight to charge it with the lunar energy. You can do this indoors or outdoors. There's no rules. I like to gather water from a moving river stream myself because the moon is shining upon it all night long. You can drink this water throughout the lunar cycle to enhance your intuition, your emotional well-being. Ultimately, I want you to remember to really embrace the mental agility of the Gemini moon and the grounded energy of Capricorn season, as we prepare ourselves for the powerful Cancer full moon with this little ritual. It's like the pre-time. So with that, be sure to engage in the upcoming full moon meditation, full of astro insights ritual, along with its meditation. And on a side note, who does join me live on Fridays? Comment below. And if you don't know, I do go live on YouTube and Facebook every Friday, live, sharing moon insights just like I do now, along with elemental energies. But I also do mini live cowrie shell divinations. So all you have to do is type in your birth info and join me the following week if you miss the live show, but then jump into a replay or catch it later, opportunities. Friday lives are always at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So I just want to put that out there as we change it up. And on the elemental highway this week, because you can't have a show without the elements. That's predominantly what I play with. I use them in rituals as well, all kinds of rituals that you might not, might be a little freaky deaky. But either way, we've got a yin wood pig of a day. The pig is the birth of nature. And we've also entered the final chapter, the transitional energy from winter to nature or wood or spring. We've got a yin fire ox month. So with the yin wood pig energy, we're more curious. We're interested in like energetically connecting with our consciousness. So with yin wood in the heavenly frequency, the realm, it's called the stem, I guess, the stem and the branch. The day master energy, basically. It's like vines or flowers are beginning to come into full bloom. They're budding. And yin wood encourages us to keep enlarging our stratosphere, our energetic sphere, expanding our world, our innovative futuristic world. So we can use the quality of yin wood to invite in creativity for the upcoming energies of this year. So that's also fantastic. I really am loving this energy. And the year of the yin wood snake as a water sign and a traveling star. The pig loves adventure. It's comfortable being outside in their comfort zone. So the pig gets in trouble also with the tiger, but this is fun trouble. It's laughter. It's giggly energies, like insane. But the energies are open. So giving time and space to what we can and set in motion, put things in motion today, something that's going to assist us to really, truly open up more doors out into the future. So this is a magical day. Wood is magic. And the pig is a traveling star, and the ox month really is helping us to adapt, to transition, to shift, change, and transform. Ritual manifestations, invoking, like speaking it out, get on top of the mountain, praying. How often do we do this? Speaking, using words. A lot of people don't do that. We combust on the inside. So our day, the wood pig, connects us closer to the divine. It's a spiritual pillar again. And with Mars re-entering into Cancer, staying until April 17th, it's like this warrior energy, but for me, it's more of a hero energy. It's the good dad. It's the hero dad, but it's also the game dad, somebody who likes games. May not be so comfortable expressing energetically with Mars in Cancer or asserting those energies as well. But it's nurturing our emotional field and our moon. So kind of finding the middle ground, the base note, where you can do some inner nurturing and be there for those that need you without losing your center. Stay grounded. But it's also highlighting our progress, moving us forward, leading us to a higher elevation of frequency, while also having an anchor, a solid anchor, so that we can reach our dreams and reach higher into the sky without losing our foundation, without losing our groundwork. And yesterday took us into the Yin Fire Ox month. So I'm always curious if anybody else feels these transitions, if you're aware. We're now, like I said, in the second to the last season of the solar calendar called the Little Snow, as the sun moves past 15 degrees Capricorn, 15 degrees Aries. Like, they all have an energetic biorhythm is what I want to say, elemental rhythm. But yin energy is still dominating. It's natural for our bodies energetically to hibernate, to rest, to want to go inward. It's yin energy. It's that calming, retreating energies, but also staying warm, nurturing our inner fires to support what's coming. It's the rise of yang energies that are coming soon. So yin fire in the heavenly frequency of the month in the stem shows us that there is a lot of light glimmering. It's the glimmer. It's surrounding us. It's joy. It's our heart. It's yin fire. It's giving us faith and hope and a positive mindset, which then elevates our frequency energy vibration. And the ox being yin earth, a directional, it's at the end of the water direction. It's also in storage of metal, stores metal vibration. But being a yin earth sign, it brings resilience, consistency. It's the soil. So we do need this to manifest our dreams. It's got water there, so it's like cold water, by the way, frozen water. But the ox is offering a support. So if you're born in yang metal, yang wood, or yang earth year, that's where the support is coming from. So if this is you, January energetically is a fantastic month to really seek help, invest in some coaching, grab a divination, get advice. The advice you're going to get is going to be exactly what you needed to hear or the people you're around. But also on the flip side, maybe by divine intervention, you act as the support system to those who actually need it, especially if you have the ox in your chart. So this is a month to really share our light, sharing our brilliance, be the star that we already are, activating it and always have been. At 15 degrees Capricorn, also, that's where the star Vega is. Vega is almost exactly opposing Sirius, which is active. So that's just good to remember that the opposing energies of Vega is blessing us with that frequency, which is the vibration ultimately of unconditional love. And Vega is also the past and the future North Star. It's one of the most important stars in the Tao. In the 4 pillars, I'm going with the feng shui and all of it. Quite honestly, I mostly play with the 4 pillars, but also the elements in the environment, the flying stars that come out each year and each season, elementally driven. So whenever the sun or the moon, I would say, is near Vega, it's a fantastic time to connect with this energy. Violet light kind of even reminds me of Metatron and, Saint Germain. Hello, Mia. So now off to the mystic messages for this week. As we have just brought in the stars of Vega and Sirius, it's the Galactic Heritage cards, which of course I'm going to be reading right out of the book with my little readers as I get little Tiger off the stage. He always wants to be part of the show, if you don't know. He likes to show up for the show. Oh, let's change this out. And yeah, I'm still working on the light and whatnot, but either way, here we are. Let's make it fantastic. So for this mystical Monday, as I move Tiger's hair out of the way, we have Lara being in the present, pushing the envelope. I also find this fantastic because if you don't know, 17 Capricorn is tomorrow. Pushing the envelope. Let's pull that right up there. Tiger's going to drive me to drink today. Oh, goddess. Yep, he is. Let's get you out of the way, my friend. Okay. He just wants to be on the show. He doesn't like to be left out, apparently. So I'm going to put that right there. Grab my readers, because you know I can't see. Hey, but it is what it is. Oh, maybe I don't need them. I might be able to see it without them. Let's see if I can. Oh, gods, no. We're leaving them on. Okay, pushing the envelope. A Lyran trait that humans share is the need to push the envelope, to force ourselves to go beyond limitations. This is what drove them and us to always grow more. Beyond the laws of physics, beyond current technology, beyond physical endurance. This can be a good quality when a breakthrough is desperately needed. However, this trait can become obsessive and cause us to never rest and always push ourselves to exhaustion. This most likely has been a karmic pattern of ours for many lifetimes. Now is the time to let it go. Your self-care is more important than pushing the envelope. So this theme refers to the human and Lyran tendency to become single-minded and sometimes ego-driven, pushing ourselves beyond our limits in order to accomplish a goal. While this can at times be an admirable quality, it can also severely hamper our evolution and keep us stuck in actions driven by ego. When we are stuck in these ego-driven tendencies, it becomes impossible to connect with our higher nature and evolve beyond the limitations of ego. On the other hand, this acting as encouragement for us. Do you tend to give up your goals too easily? If so, this message may be encouraging you to focus, trust, and keep going. It may also be giving you a message that you can learn and grow quite a bit by going beyond your perceived limitations. Only by looking at the surrounding cards, messages this week, as well as looking honestly within ourselves, can we ascertain the meaning of this enigmatic message and apply it to our life. This was a major lesson for the Lyrans during this phase of their development, when to push harder and when to let go. Ultimately, when faced with species evolution, it's a delicate balance. Eventually, however, consciousness transcendence happens at the point of surrendering. So this is a lesson Earth humans are currently facing on the personal and planetary levels. That was kind of a lot, but here we are. Okay, for Terrific Tuesday, we've got fluidity, Andromeda, parallel universes, right? Andromeda. So, number 5. So this is like mental acuity again. I'm going with that. Andromeda. The nature of consciousness is to be fluid, to flow with the natural currents of the universe, flow with the waters. But life in a physical body often causes us to be rigid, whether in beliefs, actions, or emotions. Andromedan consciousness is very fluid also. You know how to be this way innately as well. Taking some time every day to connect with the Andromeda energy and practice going with the flow. See how your life changes when you don't try to control your reality. This isn't about becoming a victim. Let yourself surf the universal energy instead of trying to control it and see what happens. To understand the concepts of the Andromedan reality is recommended to also read some other messages. The importance is to remember why the Andromedans are teachers, because they offer a contrasting reflection in which we can see ourselves, particularly regarding the human qualities of rigidity, resistance, and attachment. Continuing with this theme of what the Andromedans have to teach us, this message speaks to the results of embracing change, letting go of confusion, and remembering our natural state of fluidity. This inner quality is extremely important because when we incarnate into more dense realities, like 3D Earth, we will experience a greater degree of suffering if we do not remember our true fluid nature. We need to pay attention to the other messages this week. And really it's like, maybe we need to acknowledge this part of our nature. We're being challenged to find our fluidity as well as end our suffering. In any case, as planet Earth goes through this transition, The quality of fluidity in our consciousness becomes an essential skill that will serve to carry us into new paradigms of being. Without fluidity, we will simply be forever stuck in the old, recycling the belief patterns that hinder evolution. The natural state of consciousness is fluidity. Allow yourself to tap into that truth and know that the Andromedan consciousness is there to assist when needed. Yeah, I told you Tiger wanted to be on the show. Okay, for Wizardry Wednesday, we've got Rejecting Emotion 31, Zeta Reticuli. Don't get mad at my verbiage here. Sometimes I just can't spit shit out. So the Adrada, Tiger wanted to join the show. I can feel it. If you don't join me on Fridays, or if you don't know, Tiger's my cat. He plays fetch. I think he thinks he's a dog. But either way, he's on the show. Okay, back to the card. Rejecting Emotion, Zeta Reticuli. I'm going to say reticuli. It's the past. Humans have a tendency to avoid pain at all costs. However, our emotions are an important function of being human. If we make choices to avoid emotional pain, we end up rejecting all emotions, including the positive ones. This happens to the Zetas. Life then becomes dull and we feel disconnected from those around us and the universe. Let yourself embrace all emotion, positive and negative, as being a valid part of being human. Let emotions teach you the lessons you need to learn and enrich your life. Zetas learned this lesson too. They then had to relearn emotions from humans. I find this curious because the moon has just moved into Taurus on Wednesday, so that's interesting. Maybe if you're not familiar with the Zetas species, this message is an aspect of like challenging us into a past era. So the early Zeta species, originally a Vega colony, which I also find interesting, felt that focusing only on mental development was the way to evolve. They submerged their emotions and intuition so profoundly that they lost touch with a vital part of themselves. The society became extremely unbalanced because of this, and the Zetas lost touch with their connection to the universe and themselves. There is a danger on Earth in present day that humans will take a similar path. So it's time to listen to all of the messages this week as well as our life circumstances. Do we have a habit of rejecting our emotions and pushing them deep inside? This habit will always result in those submerged emotions spilling out, whether through health issues or further emotional challenges. So taking a good look at our emotional patterns, see if this is a habit in our life. If so, seek to change it and befriend your emotions. The Zetas eventually had to seek help from humans to learn about emotions and begin to reintroduce it into their lives. It is possible that you have also had a relationship with the Zetas in helping them relearn healthy emotional processes. That might be one reason why this message showed up this week. I feel like we're doing a cosmic cleanup for the new year. We're in the in-between season. Earth is a transitional energy between every season because it's too hard energetically to go from one season to the next. So the universe was kind and put elemental Earth as a transitional energy to remove toxic debris. Okay, so then Thursday, oh goddess, we even got another Zeta Reticuli. Whoopsie, tiger's in my way. The past and desperation. I feel like we're going to close the door to the past in order to move into our new future. Card 33. Oh, when one belief meets another. There we go. So sometimes when we are in crisis, we make choices from fear and desperation that we later wish we could take back. This is true of the Zetas as well. This message is asking us to look at the lessons learned by the Zetas and apply them to our life. Never react from fear or desperation, for those choices will be ones that are not aligned with our higher self. Wait, watch your emotions, feel and embrace them, then let them go. When calmness comes, make your choices from there. If you have already made regrettable choices and it is too late to change them, bless those choices and move on with no regrets. Let's see. I want to see something here. Okay, well, this card is actually following the last card. There's this underlying energy from which the Zetas acted in trying to heal their species crisis, even though they believed they were not connected with their emotions. This collective suppressed emotion of desperation, which was what drove them to make decisions, and sometimes those decisions were based on fear. There's a deep message on many given levels with both of these cards. It may mean that we have a connection to the Zetas from this era. It could mean that we have helped them somehow, perhaps in genetic projects or in understanding emotion, or that you perhaps had a life as a Zeta at this time. It may also mean that you are having ongoing contacts with Zetas from this era. But even deeper than that is it's asking us to look at how our life and how we make decisions, looking at our own life. All humans feel desperation at some point in life. Look at how the issue of desperation plays out in your life. See if you can learn to confront and heal your fears before they get to the stage of desperation and decisions are not made from a healthy space. All right, now we're going to Fantastic Friday. And we got the Vega, which we just literally had that on Sunday. Vega, logic and reason and being in the present. As we're manifesting and moving forward, doing a ritual for the full moon. I'm always doing rituals. What am I talking about? But the 26th, even aligned with the energies of Capricorn. So I feel like, yeah, this is divine alignment. I love how everything just is in synchronicity. Just saying. Okay, logic and reason, Vega, present. In the very ancient days, vegans were very balanced in their mental and emotional bodies. But later, their practices of discipline created an imbalance of logic and reason. They learned to ignore their emotions, judging them to be inferior to the mental experience. Emotions are an essential part of the human experience and must be expressed alongside our thoughts. Hang on, I have somebody. Let's get back to that. Okay, so they learn to ignore their emotions, judging them to be inferior to the mental experience. Emotions are an essential part of the human experience and must be expressed alongside our thought processes. So looking at ourselves honestly, do you lean more towards focusing on the mental body through logic and reason, or more towards expressing emotions? Both are important, but in moderation. Balance comes from honoring both equally. Tiger, look at him. Love you, bud. Okay. This is the commentary. One of the biggest karmic challenges of the ancient vegans had to do with how they used their self-discipline to develop the mental body. In this era of the vegan civilization, they had a challenge with overdeveloping the mental body to the detriment of the emotional one. This eventually led to challenges in their offshoot races, such as the Zeta Reticuli, which we just pulled card 31, and it's actually speaking to that, and the Earth. So many humans have connections to this time in vegan history and still have challenges in being able to balance our emotions with the mental processes. So knowing that this card has come up and looking at the other cards, we need to start paying attention to our habits and our patterns. So this could be a message that we need to lessen our resilience or our reliance on the mental body for navigating through reality. It might also mean that we need more grounding and we need to develop our mental body more. As we look within at our connection to this idea, that's when we begin to see a clearer picture of why this message came up this week. Yeah, I feel like it's us navigating the shores to get into the full moon in Cancer and really diving in and connecting with our emotions. I'm actually going to change the screen so we don't have to look at Tiger's cute little face. He's a great guy, and then our mystic message this week. I chose this card because I want to nurture our inner nature differently, or I chose this message, I should say. So the affirmation for this week is I commit to my heart's desires through tuning into my dreams, visions, and my nurturing nature. I feel like we need to nurture our inner emotions. The cards accept that reality as well and bring that into our day-to-day world. So with that, I say ashe and blessings. Join me on Friday, making it fantastic, mini cowrie shell divinations. And of course, join me to spill the tea as we cover this upcoming yin wood snake elemental season in the Chinese astrology and what this element is possibly going to bring for you and your corridor. Super excited and grateful that you tune in. As always, I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.